Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan and today is my 10,000 subscriber celebration video. And at this point, as I'm filming this, I'm actually almost at 17,000, so yeah, it kind of grew pretty quickly here. But I wanted to save this Q&A for when I finally reached 10,000 because then I felt like it was kind of a milestone and just a great time to answer some of your questions about being one of the few Mennonites on YouTube. So let me just get a few things out of the way here at the beginning, and then I'm gonna answer a whole bunch of your questions that you guys gave to me. So I hope the audio is good. My neighbor decided to start mowing right now and there's lots of traffic going by, and I can hear my little baby back laying in his crib and he's not sleeping even though he's supposed to be, but he's quiet, so that's good. So I hope that you can hear me okay. Also, I recently filmed another video in my living room here and I got so many questions about why in the world my books are flipped around backwards. I don't know if you guys thought there was some mysterious hidden reason or something. Basically, there's just a whole bunch of old books that I used as decorations at my wedding and I flipped them around so that it's more neutral colors. I'm sure I saw Joanna Gaines do it or something and decided to copy. I don't think it was my idea. So yeah, that's the only reason. I like the neutral colors. So I'm so glad you're here. Subscribe if you're new and let's get into the video. So why is my channel called Megan Fox Unlocked, you might wonder. I wanted my channel to have my name in it, just because I didn't know what direction I wanted to take my channel necessarily, and I didn't want it to be too specific. But obviously the name Megan Fox is really well known for other reasons, so I couldn't just have my channel be Megan Fox. So I had to come up with something else, and I guess I was just playing around with words and what sounded cool with Megan Fox, and I got to thinking, like, what do I want my channel to be about? And I kind of just wanted to show like my way of life and the way that I do things, not necessarily that they're any better. And I just wanted to share the things that I've been learning. And I thought, you know, a diary or a journal, you know, when you're a little kid, you lock it up with a key and stuff. And I thought, well, I'm kind of unlocking some of the things about my life. And so that's kind of where I got the idea of Megan Fox Unlocked. Plus, I just like how it kind of has a ring to it. Just a little bit about me really quickly. I will list another video up top here that you can find out more about me personally, but there's a lot of you new subscribers here, so I thought I'd really quickly just explain who I am. I'm a 26-year-old mom of a 1.5-year-old and a 1-month-old. So yeah, life is pretty crazy right now. I live in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, where a lot of other Mennonites live. I was a teacher for like 6-7 years, and now I am pretty much a full-time stay-at-home mom, and my YouTube channel is just a little side hustle for me. If there's anything else you'd like to know about me after watching those videos that I didn't answer, go ahead and let me know and I'd love to answer them. I like to share a lot of my life on here, but obviously not everything. You're not gonna see everything on here. I don't film when I'm having a bad day or, you know, things like that. I mean, I could, I guess. I try to be real with you all, but I don't really feel like putting my face up to a camera when I'm like really sad or tired. And I'm sure you guys can understand. So let's get into your questions. I had a ton of questions and a lot of them were more questions about like Mennonites and what we believe in our lifestyle and stuff. That's not what this video is about. I did just film one like that, so you can definitely go watch that one. And you guys liked it so well, I'll probably be doing more Q&As, maybe one every other month or something like that, maybe with more of a theme to them. So stay tuned for those. But today I'm just gonna take the questions that I got specifically about being a Mennonite here on YouTube because it's not the most common thing in the world. And a lot of you are wondering, you know, how it works. So I have my questions right here, and the first one is, what made you want to start? I guess really quickly, it was just something that I felt nudged to do, and my husband was kind of the one that pushed me over the edge. I started back in August, and I've been posting every Thursday since, and sometimes on Mondays as well, and I'm really having fun with it. What surprised you most about being on YouTube, and in what ways has it exceeded your expectations or not been what you expected? Well, first of all, I did not plan to grow this quickly. I was hoping to get to 10,000 subscribers by a year in, so like by August. And yes, you guys blew me away with that number. But it's not all about, you know, your subscriber number. I really like the engagement that I have here with you guys commenting down below. We get to talk back and forth. I've got to meet so many new people. Meet them, right? I got a card the other day in the mail from an Amish lady who sent me some snail mail to my P.O. box. By the way, I love getting letters from you guys if you ever want to. My P.O. box is always listed down below. Anyway, and so she had sent me a letter. She was old order Amish, I believe, and yeah, it was just so interesting to hear from all these new people, and I just love it. So that definitely exceeded my expectations. And what did you not expect? Well, I didn't realize how much work it actually is. It is a lot of work, and I'll answer more of that just a little bit later. This question is, what do you hope your channel evolves into? Sorry, there's like Amish tour buses just going by. If my video is kind of choppy, I'm sorry. It's because I'm trying to edit out all the traffic. What I hope it evolves into, basically, I don't like to fail. If I set a goal, I really want to meet it, or it bugs me like crazy. So I'm trying not to have too high expectations, because if I don't meet them, it's gonna bug me really bad. It's gonna really upset me, I think. So basically, what I would love to have happen is for my channel to grow enough for me to pay for the grocery bill. And I'm not gonna say this is like necessarily a goal, but it'd be like a crazy dream, would be how cool would it be if I kept this up, if I could pay for my children's school tuition someday, because we really would like to send our children to Christian school if possible, and they're not cheap. So I guess that would be like a high pie in the sky dream, you could say. What is your husband's opinion of your channel? He's glad that it gives me some purpose. There for a while I was feeling really like listless, like I knew I was supposed to do something. I had itchy feet. I knew I was supposed to be doing something, but I didn't know what, like start a little side business, or I didn't know what I was supposed to do as a stay-at-home mom, but I knew it was something else too. And when God finally, I really felt like I was supposed to do this, and my husband definitely supported me in that. It was actually, he almost pushed me over the edge. I don't think I would ever had the courage to do it on my own if I didn't have his support. So yeah, he really has been supportive with it, but lately he's been saying, if you're gonna spend this much time doing it, you know, figure out a way to help it make you make a little bit of money. I recently started putting ads on my videos. I could have done it sooner, but I waited till my channel was 6 months old to start that, just because I wanted to get it established. You'd be surprised how little money it actually makes. Like if you get a viral video, you still are not making tons and tons of money for all the time it takes to sit down and shoot, edit, upload, answer comments, all that stuff. It's a lot of time. So I don't think about the hourly payout at all. I'm thinking about it as a hobby. But my husband is like, well, if you're gonna be spending this much time, maybe you should start being a little bit more proactive and businessy minded about it. So I don't know how that's gonna change. I don't want my content to change at all, but maybe some of the stuff on the back end of things might change a little bit. We'll see, I don't know. We'll just take it as it comes. But yeah, my husband has been very supportive. He says it's my thing though, he doesn't want to be too involved, so I try to keep him out of it as much as possible. Although we are shooting a video together coming up soon, so stay tuned if you'd like to see that. I got a question or a variation of this question so many times. Does anyone at your church know that you have a YouTube channel, and what do they think, and what kind of reactions have you gotten? And so I'm just gonna kind of lump all those questions together and talk about that just a little bit. If you're surprised that there's a Mennonite with a YouTube channel, because you thought they're not, you know, they don't do technology and that kind of thing, I am not breaking any rules by doing this. And as far as anybody knowing, they do know. They do not find out because of me. I did not tell anyone when I started my channel. I didn't tell my family or anyone. It's kind of like, you know, when you have a baby name picked out, I think it's smart not to tell anybody what it is, because if you do, they're just gonna all say, oh, yuck, or you'll get everybody's opinion, good and bad, and then you'll start second guessing yourself and it'll kind of wreck things. So that's kind of how it was with my channel. I was like, if I tell people, I'm already freaked out enough and I don't need to hear any more like negativity. I didn't wanna like hear all the questioning reactions and stuff, and I just dove right in and didn't really tell anyone. I did mention something about my channel one time at my mom's group, and it just felt really awkward, and like, I don't know, I totally regretted saying anything about it. I just mentioned it, I forget what we were talking about. Anyway, it just felt really awkward, and so I just never brought it up again. But people know about it now, and I think they understand a little bit more than before. Have I had any negative or weird reactions? Not to my face. I'm sure people talked about it behind my back at first when I started, like, good grief, what is she thinking, and why would you want to do that? And maybe people thought like, oh, she must be self-centered because she's like putting herself in front of a camera on purpose. But it's not about that at all. It's just a creative outlet for me. And I think I got a pretty honest reaction from my one friend. She's like, you know what? That's awesome. I would never want to do it, but you go for it, girl. And that was encouraging to me. It's not for everybody, that is for sure. Is it difficult to come up with new ideas? No, not usually. I have lots of ideas. I have lists. I keep a list, and every time I think of another one, I add it to the list, and I can never keep up with all my ideas for the most part. But that being said, I don't always know which ones you guys want to see as well. So that's kind of like, I try to think, what do I want to film, and then also what other people want to see it. But that being said, I always am up for new ideas. If you guys have something new you'd like to see, put it down below. I have so many ideas of videos that I want to shoot, and I probably should be smarter about it and just narrow it down to one type of video. But I love the magazine style that I kind of created with my channel, of just like this and that and anything that has to do with mom related lifestyle content. I just can't imagine putting out a cleaning video every single week, or, you know, a vlog every time. I like to do all the mismatchy things that you see here on my channel, but that's probably not smart. YouTube really likes when you niche down and do like kind of all one thing, and that's when they promote your video. So you kind of get known for, you know, one thing. And maybe someday I'll narrow down a little bit more, but for now I don't know what I want to do. I really enjoy it all. I like the vlogs and the hauls and the Q&As and the how-tos and just all that stuff. And I'm learning as I go, like what people like to watch, and so I kind of take that into consideration and try to be smart about it. But at the same time, you'll probably never see me just do all one thing. Now that you have a new baby, do you have to be more creative with your time? With shooting videos? Yes, oh my goodness, of course. I just want to sleep in the afternoons, but that's usually the time that I need to film if I'm doing a sit-down video. But at the same time, it's not been as hard as I thought. I can at least get one video out a week if I really stick at it, and sometimes I've even gotten 2 out since the baby's born, but I'm not pressuring myself to do every Monday, but I do make myself do every Thursday. So far, I've been really consistent, and I'm hoping to keep that up. How much does it cost to start a channel? You don't have to pay YouTube anything to start a channel. It's free. It's a completely free platform. But I did buy a $700 camera before I started, which I would have bought it anyway because I wanted to get into taking pictures of my children, you know, to save some money over time. So I would have bought a camera anyway, but yeah, that was an upfront cost. I use a free editing program called DaVinci Resolve, and I use free music from YouTube, or I play my own music and put that in the background. So that hasn't been a huge cost. I use Canva, which is free for making my thumbnails, but yeah, I could definitely spend a lot more. But for now, I decided I didn't want to put any more money into my channel than I'm getting out of it. I'm sure you'll see improvements, but that's what I'm using right now. What equipment do you use to make your videos? The camera that I use to shoot on most of the time is my Canon EOS, it's like a DSLR camera. It's their smallest DSLR, but still pretty big. So if I'm out in public and I don't want to be super like conspicuous with a big giant camera, I will use my smartphone, which is an Android, and it gets decent quality. I don't like to shoot a whole video just off of that, but for the most part, it gets the job done. I have a tripod and I shoot with natural lighting for the most part. So yeah, I didn't start out with a ton, and I don't regret that at all. It is adequate for now, and I hope, of course, to make upgrades in the future. Also, how did I learn to edit? YouTube videos. I just Googled tons of stuff and watched tons of reviews. I probably started watching how to make YouTube videos back in like April, just for fun. I didn't really plan on starting a channel. I was just curious what was all behind it. And then little did I know I would actually use that information someday. What is one thing you feel that you've gotten better at, and what's gotten easier or harder? I definitely feel like I'm a little more natural in front of the camera. When I look back at like some of my first videos, I just seemed like I was a little stiff, or like I was talking to strangers or something. And so that I've definitely loosened up with. Also, what has gotten easier or harder? Filming in public places has gotten easier, although it's still awkward sometimes. But I feel like being a Mennonite, people are staring at you a lot anyway. And so you kind of get used to that. Maybe not in Lancaster County, people don't stare at you as much. But like whenever we go on trips or something, people are looking at us anyway because we look weird. So I kind of have gotten used to that from little on up. So, you know, what's the difference with seeing an Amish with a camera in her hand? Yeah, it's just twice as weird. Anyway, I say that tongue in cheek. But yeah, that has gotten a little easier, but that's still pretty hard. And then what has gotten harder? Definitely answering all your comments and stuff. I used to be able to get back to all of you, and it was so nice. And now it's like, I read them all for the most part. I try to give hearts back to as many of you as I can, just to let you know that I read them and I liked it, and I appreciate that you engaged and left a comment. But yeah, it's just really hard. And yeah, obviously the bigger you get, the more negativity you get down there too. Which brings me to another question that I got. What is your comment section like? Do you ever get negativity in there? And yeah, now I'm getting a little bit more. I think the bigger your channel gets, the worse it is. But I'm still pretty small, so no, it hasn't been too bad. I realize not everybody's gonna like everything that I do, and that's fine. And I'm just have to learn to be okay with that. But yeah, I would say you got, like, for the most part, the comments are super positive, and I really appreciate that. Would I ever consider daily vlogging? I know you guys like my vlogs, which is odd because they say vlogs don't do very well on YouTube, but that's not been my experience. You guys seem to really like them. But yeah, don't think I could ever crank out a vlog daily. I just wouldn't work. Although I was joking to my husband the other day, I said he could quit his job and we could just like do it every day, grow my channel really fast, and then he could go golfing every afternoon, just live a life of luxury, you know, like it looks like all the other family vloggers do. But no, I don't think that is going to be in our future anytime soon. Another question is, do you watch a lot of YouTube in your spare time? And if so, what channels? I don't watch a lot of YouTube, but I have a lot of YouTube playing in my house as I'm working, kind of like, you know, doing dishes or folding laundry, or even sometimes cleaning around the house and stuff. I can put on like a talkie video or something like that and listen to it as I work. I don't really sit down and watch YouTube unless I'm sitting there nursing my baby. But some of the channels that I would say I really am enjoying is right now, I always like Brittany Vassar's organization videos. One of my all-time favorites would be Jordan Page from Fun, Cheaper, Free. And she doesn't post near as often as she used to, but I really love all her old videos about saving money with grocery shopping and just productivity and that kind of thing. That's definitely something I really enjoy. Somebody else that you might be aware of that's just new I started watching is NJ Family. I think I mentioned her on here before. She's another Mennonite. and you can check her out. I'll put some of my suggestions down below here so you can click on them and watch them. Or if you're on your phone, hit the little arrow over here on the side and shoot, a whole bunch of information pops up. So those are all the questions that I'm going to answer today, but before you go, I just wanted to let you know if you made it this far, awesome job, and I would love to invite you guys to celebrate with me and the growth that I've seen here on my channel. I'd love to personally thank all of you, and I just can't do that. So instead, I'd like to do a little giveaway, and I would like to send flowers to one of you. That might sound random, but I'm sure all of us could appreciate flowers after this long winter. So in order to be entered for a chance to win, make sure you like this video, hit the little thumbs up button, and then make sure that you're subscribed and hit the little bell beside it if you haven't. That will notify you when a video comes up. Otherwise, YouTube might just hide it and you won't even see when I post, which I post every Thursday and sometimes on Mondays, if I didn't mention that already 100 times before. So like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and then leave a comment down below where you're from, state or country, whatever. I know there's some of you from very exotic places. And also a video suggestion or one of your favorite types of videos that you like to watch, just so I can see what you guys are looking for and take that into consideration as I plan upcoming content. So thank you so much for all the support that you guys have given me. I really, really, really appreciate it. And I hope that in some way my channel can inform and motivate and inspire you and not just be a channel of like empty entertainment. So thank you so much for watching. It was great chatting with you, and I will see you all in my next video.